Or a judge. Can a cover-up? What do you think?
Hey, let me explain this first. The Democrats have gained absolutely zero through these impeachment processes. They have zero evidence of impeachable offenses.
Would you say that it's even hurt them as far as support and actually given more support to President Trump?
Oh, sure it has. They gained literally 0.0 in withholding these articles of impeachment. They now have 0% chance for their lackluster, lunatic Democrat potential presidential candidates of getting elected. The United States as a whole are rational people, and rational people find matters of injustice wholly disheartening. And that's what the Democrats have done here. If you just talk to regular people anecdotally, not people that are involved in the Beltway, they say that this is absolute craziness. And I want you to look at for a second the Joe Biden matter, because that's the only way you can get through to these people. I'm going to try to be as brief as possible about this. A quid pro quo is not necessarily illegal. Many times it's lawful. For example, if we said to the Ukrainian government, you have a fugitive of ours. If you don't send that fugitive back, we're not going to give you $1 billion in aid. You wrongfully convicted an American. Don't send them back, not getting $1 billion. Now, Joe Biden, if he said, hey, you're illegally investigating my son, and he had a good faith, reasonable belief that they were illegally investigating him, no $1 billion if you don't stop. Right?
Ken, I appreciate what you're saying. We still had, 228 members of the House that said what he did was inappropriate in Ukraine. I don't want to try that again. Let's move to the Senate.
Sure.
As we look forward here, there's some people that say dragging it out would be a good thing. Maybe you get some witnesses. And, of course, Republicans want to call Hunter or Joe Biden. And then you have Mitch McConnell saying, no, I want to get rid of this as quickly as possible. What's your take on that?
Hey, it could go either way. You know, I've tried over 400 cases. Every trial is different. If I'm the President of the United States, I want witnesses called. If I'm American citizens, I want witnesses called on both sides, because President Trump is going to show the same thing. Even if there was a quid pro quo between Trump saying, hey, Biden was illegally conducting this call for getting rid of the prosecutor, then that's nothing wrong with that if he had a good faith, reasonable belief. But guess what? There was no quid pro quo with Donald Trump. And Joe Biden can't throw up his hands and say, because I'm running against him for president, maybe, that I'm immune from prosecution right now. This is a disaster for the Democrats.
So if it gets to the point where witnesses are called, how long are we looking at? Weeks, months?
I think you're looking at maximum 3 to 4 weeks.
It was 5 weeks, just to let folks know. 5 weeks for Clinton back in '99.
Yeah, so I think you're looking at a maximum of 3 to 4 weeks, because remember this, Clinton's case was almost as convoluted as Trump's in a completely different sphere. Although Clinton was clearly guilty of something. I don't think Clinton
He lied to a grand jury.
He did. I don't think Clinton should have been impeached. I think it was bad for America. I think this is a disaster for America right now. The quicker it can get over, the better. So to squarely answer your question, Mitch McConnell wants this to end quickly, right? A lot of other Republicans don't. It's going to be middle ground. That's why I think there's going to be 3 to 4 weeks. We're going to get some sexy witnesses that are going to be called here.
Such as?
Maybe Bolton.
Yeah.
You know.
You're going to need 4 Republicans to get that through.
Yes, you are.
You might have 3 now.
And I think that Bolton actually, now here's a big secret being revealed. I think that Bolton actually will turn out to be a good witness for Donald Trump, not a bad witness like the Democrats hope. So let's have him.
Holding on to these articles of impeachment, there's some people that are saying Nancy Pelosi is doing this to help Joe Biden, because the longer as this drags out, the senators that are involved with this can't get on the road and campaign, and she may be worried, you know, as manipulative as the Democratic Party was on behalf of Hillary Clinton last time, and I'm sorry, but that was manipulated. People may be seeing the same thing going on right now on behalf of Joe Biden, if that's what's going on.
Hey, look, it seemed like it was somewhat of a shrewd approach. This wasn't generated by Nancy Pelosi, by the way. It was generated by some law professor. But
what was? Holding on to?
Holding on to the articles of impeachment.
Where did that come from?
There was a law professor that was working on behalf of the Democratic Party, and he came up with this genius idea.
And what was the theory behind it?
Oh, his theory behind it was, hey, let's hold it back. let's negotiate with McConnell. Tell McConnell we're not giving you these articles of impeachment unless you give us what we want. Let the House of Representatives control everything.
And what do they want?
They want to be able to lay out how the trial goes. They want to say these are the witnesses that are called. They want to do.
But they can't do that. They can't dictate. They can't say this is what this is. It's in the Senate's hands, correct?
You are 100% correct. They want to have their cake and eat it too, proverbially, figuratively, and literally. It's patently absurd. The House of Representatives listened nothing to what the Senate wanted when they conducted their hearings. They listened nothing to what the executive branch want, but they want to control the Senate too. You know what Mitch McConnell said? He said, "Get lost."
I love your energy and great insight, Kenneth Vecchio. Thanks so much for joining us.
Okay. Ken, thank you very much. Well, controversy over the fires burning